This card is reminding us that we are a spirit and a body, not the other way around. And the healer of emotions is very much the Queen of Cups. So that's about receptivity. A woman holding a heart. Woman holding a heart. 44 again. Okay, so somebody in a comment tell me who this 44 is important. Or was it 22? I think it might have been 22. Because for a while we're seeing the same number, and it was for somebody in particular. I think it was 22. Okay, so this is 44. This is 22 times 22. No, times plus 22. So you have woman holding a heart. I'm going to put it here because grow with love. I'm going to put it beside the runes here. The receptivity, rune, sunshine, clarity, flowers. Okay, I also noticed that the blue flower with the blue stone. Okay, so again, find your voice, but your voice of love. A voice of love. The voice of love. Protection, angels. Woman holding a heart. So, this would probably say that there's a woman coming in who has a heart, who's going to give you her heart. I mean, it could mean a million different things. It could be that you are a woman holding your heart out to people. This could also be you offering your heart to a woman. Whatever way it applies, there is a heart on display in this card, which means that it is the biggest part of this card. Huge, glaringly beautiful, clear, pure, ready. I like that. This is what Spirit says. This is where you have to be working to in your life. Have an open heart. Okay? It doesn't mean that you're vulnerable to everything. It just means that you have your heart open to receive. And if the opportunity presents itself, you will be available for that opportunity, not hiding away from it. That works for me. That works for me. So we'll put this card over here where there's less glare. Okay, so this is the second video, right? Although for me, I do them all in one. So I asked you to write something in this morning's video. I'm going to ask you to write something. I'm healing my emotions. Healer of emotions. I'm healing my emotions. There you go. The temple path. Look at this. Pretty. 12, number 3. We're going to look at the temple path. I'm going to look at number 12. I will read you number 12. Because it could mean many things. It could mean the path that you're on. Spiritual purpose and support. We're talking about the help coming in again. Okay? This is your spiritual evolution. This is what they're talking about. Of course, it's your journey, right? The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. This is here to tell you what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. You're on a karmic path and heading in the right direction. And the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around a temple represent the spirit world. Your family members, friends, angel guides, animals, and loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. There you go. This is wonderful, life-expanding time. Keep in mind your personal priorities are as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. There's a lot of loving energy still coming in with these readings, Pisces, and it's very apparent in the way that the cards are falling out and what's coming in, letting you know there's support, letting you know there's help, letting you know that you should open your heart space or constantly be working at that. Yeah. Why? Because that vibration, I've said it before, but that vibration is the highest form of you to connect to your spiritual self, or, well, everything actually. I'm just going to bring these up a little bit because I'm going to pull out some more tarot here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Beautiful ones, beautiful Pisces. Okay. The assessment card came in reverse. I didn't really feel it in reverse. I'm just going to say what comes through with it. Again, it has to do with a shift of perspective. A watch kettle never boils is coming through with this. He's watching a lot. He's watched a long time. But again, I'm feeling something like the idea that if you don't get away from it for a moment, that's actually a lack of perspective. You think that staring at something will give you all the different angles of it, but what I'm getting is that by stepping away, you let it breathe. You let the air breathe around the situation, giving you enough time to even get a bigger perspective. It's like looking inside. They're showing me you're looking inside a barrel for something and you can see everything that's in the barrel. And you're thinking to yourself that everything in the barrel is the only thing that's important. But actually when you step away and you get an angle of the barrel from the outside, the environment around the barrel, you can actually understand what happened to the stuff in the barrel, and what the wood is made of on the outside of the barrel, and what kind of journey it's had. You understand? You get all the different types of things coming in. Maybe not that relevant to you, or it doesn't feel like it should be relevant, but it is. Okay? Because everything that surrounds it makes it what it is as well, even though it may not seem that way. So that's what's coming in with this. And when you take enough time, the Ace of Wands, it's enough time to get a bright idea. The idea that makes it all worthwhile. Again, with the stick, with the Page of Wands, still reminding me of that game of toss with your pet. Playing a game of toss. Toss the ball, toss the stick. It's a form of constant, that constant thing that gets your brain functioning in different ways. While you're doing that, it's like breathing, when you're doing meditation and doing the same thing over and over again. Repetition, something that you don't have to think about. Sometimes just the simple act of just getting away from the situation, letting the monkey mind get busy with other things. It's almost like you're letting the rest of your spirit self go up. I actually watched something where they were figuring out how much they had put this head thing on a psychic to see what kind of activations were happening in the brain while they were reading somebody, okay? And what happens is they say the brain goes to sleep while we do readings, which is amazing and so true. Because I've always told you guys, what comes in has no basis in thought. It's just words that come out. It bypasses the brain. And that's exactly what that feels like. You're no longer thinking or making calculated decisions from the mind standpoint. You are just speaking, and whatever comes out, comes out. So it is true that your brain goes on silent numbing. It's like it's there but not there. The only purpose is to carry the voice. That's it. So this action of throwing the stick and getting it back, it's like your monkey mind is busy doing that. It's almost putting it into a state of trance. I'm throwing, you're bringing it back. I'm throwing, you're bringing it back. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And that's all you're concentrating on. And then suddenly, spiritual things start to happen. Spiritual thoughts or spiritual ideas start to come in because your mind is not focused so much on the problem that it can't see past or can't attach to the spiritual being of you. Okay? I hope I've explained that well. I think I have. Right. Okay. So there is the devil. The devil here is to let you know that you are letting go of the boundaries when you do that. The mind is all about boundaries. I'm hearing from my spirit guides, yeah, don't let it go out too far by itself. Don't let it play alone in the dark. It's going to get into trouble. The mind, okay? It's like, yeah, don't let it be alone too long by itself. It's going to get into all kinds of trouble. So it's like taking a time out to let the brain rest and to let your spirit soar, your spiritual mind. I think I'm going to start calling it the spiritual mind. Yeah, the spiritual mind. Right. And on the split, I had the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. So, right. The negativity of the mind, negative thinking, the negative stuck mindset, as opposed to the intuition, right? All right. So you had these that kind of just, laid on the top of the deck. You have the Death card in reverse, and you have the Five of Cups. Looking at the problem too intently doesn't help you see the situation. Also stops your transitional or your transformation. It's a block. This is the block. Okay. I really feel they're talking more about the mind right now, of what the mind does to you, how it incapacitates you sometimes in the way that you're trying to get things done. It's a good idea to give it a break. Don't let it off the leash. Yeah. Oh my, now they're starting to come up with all kinds of sayings for, yeah. Don't let anything that small go out alone. Yeah, they're being funny right now. Grossly overestimated the brain capacity is what I'm being told. We do more damage with it. Yes. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles coming in to remind us that we're not alone, even though we feel alone. We think we're alone. Okay. I'm getting more like a victim mentality here. Okay, there's a lot of people who walk around calling themselves victims. And it's brought in by themselves. It's brought in by the mind. They convince themselves of such things. I'm also getting in, they're bringing back in the fact that you may have been hurt before. Okay? But you're never alone. You're never alone. Even in the card, they're not alone. There's two of them. There's the buddy system. They sure are. They're together. They're not happy. And they seem to be having a terribly difficult time. But they're together. And that means two different perspectives on how to help each other, how to keep each other warm. Love is what makes the world go round. So if you're open enough to let somebody in to help you, spiritual, physical, whatever way, in whatever capacity, animal, let love come in. Love's available. Love is available. It's there. The only person who disallows it or doesn't let it in is you. You're the one who controls this stuff. Okay? I love the way that they put the this is the Page of Cups. This Page of Cups is masculine. Only just telling me that you have to embrace your feminine. Okay, so this is for you guys too. And this is for you girls too, who have a masculine demeanor. Because some of us, myself included, I know, it's hard to believe, but Jane has a masculine side too. She has a very controlling side. Yeah, I did. Less now. But yeah, it was very set in a lot of ways. Thought I was balancing things out by you know, getting on my soapbox and saying stuff, but I realized that there's a lot different perspectives to everything. Even when you think you're right, you don't know people's stories. There may be a lot more there than you can see. So it's better to reserve that opinion that you have by the limiting facts that you have and study it further before you actually make a complete fool of yourself. That was a big one for me. But I learned it. And I still learn it every day. So I had to do into my receptive feminine. Go with intuition to see beyond the story, beyond the words. To see into the emotions. To be a witness, such as our animal friends here. Yeah, and you have the King of Swords going above. Seeing above. What is there? Also, he's the king of a little bit less of emotion. He is the least emotional person in the deck. So sometimes we may view the world a little bit like this king. Less emotional, more of the mind, right? The blue, the throat chakra, the mind, there it goes. It's only as good as the other energy feels that you're utilizing with it. If you're all about this king, it's a very lonely and secluded type of energy. Because you you take the heart out of life. And that's really taking a lot more than you know. It's taking away a lot more than you know. Okay? Alright, my beautiful Pisces, I do believe that's good, I think. What do you think? So, okay. This has been your spiritual message. A lot of love coming in. So I'm going to just take a moment here. I'm really trying to deepen my connections to everything that comes in during a reading, because sometimes I just let it flow out. But I want to see if there's anything they want to add. Leah, Mona, your animal friends, any other guides that come through. Your animal guides just say that love is the only way. The animal guides, just to be clear, are the pets that you've owned, the ones that have offered you unconditional love. They're saying the eyes that looked at you, that made you feel right from the core of your being, all the love that you can feel. And you know what that means. That's what they're saying. The eyes that looked at you, that brought in that core emotion that you feel. Such a beautiful. So this will mean something for some of you. This is the kind of love they want to see in the world. Eyes that look with love. The way they felt love. My guides are saying they just... The mind is a good thing. It's a very great tool to have. But we give it far more importance than we should. When we should be giving the heart far more importance. And when I say the heart, not the one pumping in your chest, I'm talking about the openness of spirit. The heart chakra. It's called a heart chakra, but what it actually means is just an openness to other people's spirit, other people's energies. What we refer to as love. It's a high vibration energy and it has no word. Love is the little word we give it on the planet, but it's so much more, and it is the key to very many things. If we knew how to utilize love and kindness for each other, these words that we use, and utilize them properly, we could make such an impactful difference in the world. That in itself alone would probably bring the world 3/4 of the way into balance that we need it to be. But too many people close themselves off to it. That's it. That's it. I'm getting dizzy, you guys, so I'm going to stop channeling. I'm going to close that off. And I'm going to come back tomorrow. And what are we doing tomorrow? Let me see. Because I have to check my little calendar. I always do. Oh, we're doing the month of October tomorrow. So, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. We're going to be looking at the month ahead. Yeah, that should be fun. What's October got for us? What does it hold? And then we're going to do the weekly right after that. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings as always, Pisces. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you later.